Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nenna, and today I am here with a quick little video. Well, it's not that quick. Oh, why? Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I quickly paused the recording so that that beeping car would not disturb us any further. The beeping car. The car alarm. So hi, how have you guys been? I'm sorry I've been a bit AFK on the channel. You guys know every now and then I just kind of disappear for a week or two and then I come back and I'm like, boom. Here's a video. Let me disappear again for 2 weeks. I always have to start the video with some form of apology, and then I also have to like say some self-deprecating joke or something, because that's just who I am. That's how I'm gonna end the year. No, can you stop? Hopefully this alarm won't be going off every... No. 1 second. I'm scared to start recording again, but we're gonna try. It hasn't snowed, but it's been freezing, and I think the cold weather has made all the cars go a little crazy. So hopefully that's the only car that's having a bit of a a mood. So hi guys, how have you been? As you can tell by this video, I am doing a speed build, and I'm not making a house, I am simply renovating one, and this is going to be kind of our legacy house. I want this house to be the house that Pepper lives in, and then if Pepper's no more, she will leave the 2 robots house, and I just want this house to be a place where we can come back to. We're gonna be here playing in this house with the roast gen, because one of the, you know, well, a big part of the challenge is that we're gonna have a kid, and that kid cannot have any interactions besides for, you know, the grandmother, who, well, Pepper is the grandmother in this case. But we're definitely gonna go back to this house, and I wanted it to be just a really nice big family house, legacy house. And then also for like further down the road, if I ever have another kid that like needs a house, or if I have, I don't know, some story in mind, I just wanted to have one house, like one good berry house that we can all benefit from, and kind of just come back to if we want. And plus the robots do need a house, because I'm not gonna just take them with me and have them move families whenever, you know, someone passes away. You know, I rather just have them have their own house. So for that reason, I decided that this is going to be the house. And the reason that we're not, you know, redecorating an existing house, not only is this one bigger, this one also has a pool and a big yard. The reason that I also wanted to move away from the other house is that the other house had a bug, and it wasn't necessarily like one of these, oh my god, I can't play the game bug, but it was very annoying. A lot of the cats that would come from outside, like the stray cat, would be stuck. There need to be more distance between the door and the stairs, but there wasn't, and I wasn't able to make it either. I don't know why. It was just so hard. It just didn't work, and I really didn't want to spend all my time and energy trying to fix that house when I kind of low-key really wanted to move house. So I'm really happy with my decision. I really like this house. Obviously, I still need more CC. I always need more CC. We're doing great. We're doing great. I haven't done a voiceover in a while, you guys. And I'm also looking at the video as I am doing this recording, so I am I'm a little all over the place. Usually I don't really, and I just kind of stare at the wall and let my thoughts come to me. But having this in front of me and talking, it kind of creates this chaos in my brain. It's like, oh, there's so much to look at. Oh, I like this, and then I have to talk and keep this topic going. Either way, hi guys, how are you all doing? It's almost Christmas. My favorite time of the year, honestly. It's also one of the most depressing times of the year. When it's dark early, it really messes with you, I'm not gonna lie. But luckily I am past that point of struggling. I'm just feeling so happy. I'm just, ooh, I don't know, I just love this time of the year, and I'm just having such a good time. And I'm saying just a lot, but you know what, it's fine, I can say just all I want. The theme of this house was obviously still mint, but I think the main color is white. It will always be white. It's just, for one, I was like, well, I'm kind of done with the pepper generation, the pepper part of the challenge, the first gen I mean, technically she's still here, but since I am now doing Rosie's story, I kind of feel like I'm not really, you know, playing with Pepperoni, so I can get away with having a little less mint. I still try to incorporate the mint part, okay? So there's still minty things all throughout the house. The fishbowl is mint, the walls are mint. There's obviously Pepper dressed in minty clothes, and there's minty chairs, and I think there's other minty stuff that's not coming to me as I'm watching this. We're only at the part where I am doing, I think, the top of the stairs. I don't know if I think it's the landing. I think you call it the landing, but I could be mistaken. I think so. My grand was watching to be like, oh, girl, you stayed with me for 3 months and you don't know what this is called. Like, I talked about it plenty. I really like this white, clean aesthetic. It's just, it gives me peace. I love white, and besides that, it's the easiest color to kind of use for future gen as well, because you don't have to like keep refurnishing the entire house. You only change the wallpaper and it's like done, you know, because white goes with everything. I mean, to me, white goes with everything. Anyway, there's really not that much I can say about this house, about anything that I'm doing besides that it is just a fun little video, and I thought maybe you guys are interested seeing how I or what I did with the house, and if you're not, I'm going to be uploading some Let's Plays pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm sorry that I've also just been AFK because I've just been so busy. As you guys know, my hair have been like falling out. I know I love to talk about it, even though I say that it's like the most dramatic things ever happened to me. Luckily for me, it's doing better. I mean, my hair's doing better, it's going better. I noticed a slight decrease in the amount of hair that falls out. Also, when you're seeing this, the pictures that we drew were all bugged and blue. Oh no, we're gonna have to paint new pictures. I'm so sad. We had that picture of our cat, the one that passed away. I'm really sad about that. I'm so sad. Rocco, no, it wasn't a raccoon. I think it was a skunk. Rocco the skunk is no more, and now we have no picture of him. But I'm gonna make sure we have a picture of Mrs. Smittens, at least Mrs. Smittens. And then we have to take another picture of we lost the one of little Rosie. I'm kind of sad about that too. It looked so, I really wanted to keep that. Well, we'll just have to paint a new picture of Rosie, and we'll put that somewhere in the house. Maybe like, imagine it's all throughout the house. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Just pictures of grandparents and great-grandparents. Imagine getting to Gen 10 and then coming back to this house and it just has photos of like everyone. I think it would be cool to have this house go through every gen and just be like a staple. We have to at least visit it once, or, you know, do something with it once. Anyway, so going off topic within the topic, I have been slightly choking on myself. I had to go to a bunch of appointments, had to not only go to appointments for like the government, I had to go for appointments. I had an appointment. Jeez, I don't know what I did today. I mean, I swear I didn't do much. I went and see. I saw my friend today, but I feel like my brain has frozen on the way back home because look, it ain't working. Okay, it's not working. It's working, but not as intended. A bunch of appointments to get my blood done. That I was sick for like a week. My voice is still like this. I don't know, I sound like this. So, I mean, I think there's still something going on. But it probably is also the weather and the fact that like everyone has a lower resistance since COVID to like any kind of thing because we stayed home so much. So we're gonna have to build the resistance. I saw my friend today and she was like, yeah, we've had a cold for like 5 or 6 times the last few like months, and it's like every time you get outside and you see people, you just get sick because of like the low resistance. There's also the thing where I'm still looking for therapy. I'm working on my website, trying to do some drawings. Starting my little business, and I am going to see my gran for Christmas. Had to prepare for that, you know, do some shopping. And honestly, all in all, there was so much that I was doing and had to do that my brain was like, oh no. And I had to do, you know, the priority thing where it's like, what's my priority this month? And unfortunately, often when I do real stuff, like real life stuff, I have to put YouTube like last because I know what's going to happen. In the past, I always put YouTube first. Like YouTube was before anything I had to do. It was always like wake up, do YouTube, Like, that's my commitment, like that's my responsibility. But now I'm really, 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 really made it a priority and said, you know what, no more. It's gonna kill me. It may not kill me, but it's just, it sucks when you put one thing in front of the other and put your health last. But honestly, on a excuse me. Some days are really bad and then some days are really good, and I feel like I finally been having some really good days, and I've been trying to set a bit of a routine for myself, which definitely helps, and it's just been so good for me and for my mood. Before that, I was like overthinking and just feeling really, 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 really bad, and I wasn't able to do anything. Really, when I say not doing anything, I was doing my YouTube, but like sometimes you do things on autopilot, so you don't really, you know, really, I don't know, it feels different. If you experience something like it, you know what it's like to just live on autopilot and the way that it feels, if that makes sense. And for me, it was always like, I do my YouTube and then I do nothing else. Maybe play some games, but sometimes I didn't even feel like that. But recently, I've really been making it a habit, or I've been forcing myself to keep it a habit. Let's just put it like that. And one of the things that's helped me the most is to watch my favorite series of all time in bed. Before I go to bed, watch a show, because I always sit on my phone for like hours and just browse. Like, TikTok is my new addiction. When I get in bed, all I do is browse TikTok, and it's not even that I find it so interesting or like so fun, but it really is a good way to distract yourself. So I usually would like do that, and I was like, well, if I can browse TikTok for 3 hours straight, I can also go to bed at like 11 and watch 3 hours of my favorite show. Maybe 3 hours is a little much, but actually, you know what, sometimes it is kind of like 3 hours. Yeah, you know what, sometimes I watch 3 to 4 episodes, and if they're all 40 minutes each, that could very well be like a little over 3 hours. But you know what, if I can browse 3 hours, I can damn well watch 3 hours of my favorite show. It's just so much fun. So I've been rewatching Stargate for like the 500th time, and it's just so fun because I know what's going to happen, and I have episodes that I really don't like, or they're just too boring. So I'm like, they're nice, but they're too boring to rewatch like a 500th time. So I just kind of skip those. But for the most part, I always kind of remember what happened, but then the little in between, you know, jokes and things I tend to forget. And it's just nice being able to watch a show and then see it differently every time you watch it. It's just so much fun. It's like my comfort show. It really is. And I'm all snuggled up in bed and I watch that. It's just so lovely. I really hope for you guys that you have something like this. And if you are struggling with, you know, sleep or whatever, if you have a TV in your room, like I have, but I don't have any channels on it, I don't have a cable. Like, I got this TV after my grandpa passed away, so I have the TV, I just don't have any connections for it, no cables, no nothing. I only have HDMI because I have a Switch. So, well, not because of that, but because I have a Switch, I can play games on the TV, because if it wasn't for that, like, I wouldn't even be able to do that. And I have, well, currently I'm using my brother's PlayStation because mine is like in a box. And my computer is actually standing on the box. It is like 12 kilos of computer, so I can never get into that box and take something out, so my brother's gonna have to help me with that. But I'm using his PlayStation because my DVD player broke as well, and that's how I've been watching Stargate. But yeah, that's like the only thing that works, a DVD player. Sad DVD. So sad that my DVD player broke. I'm so sad about that. It's lasted me for like, what? How old is that thing? I had it in my room when I was a teenager, so that I bet it's like over 15 years old. It just still worked till like this month. Oh, I'm so sad about that. Anyway, I've been watching it on my PlayStation. If it wasn't for that, the TV would be absolutely useless. But I can watch Stargate in bed. It's just so wonderful. So if you have anything like season 2, DVD player, anything, just watch your show before bed. It's like, And then I have been drawing more, and I swear I hate it as much as I love it. I hate it because it really takes me a lot of effort to do something that causes me to also not want to do it. Not want to do any. Well, I'm saying that wrong. I do want to draw, but I don't want to draw. I want to draw because I love it, but I don't want to draw because I have to put effort, and Girl, when I tell you that making yourself do something when your mind is like, no, it's the hardest thing ever. But it is so rewarding. I finally picked it up. I did like drawing 4 or 5 days in a row. Not gonna lie, I haven't done it in 2 days, but having done that and consistently doing it every day, even for just an hour, it just boosts your mood so much. It's just so nice. And what else have I been doing? I mean, I have been eating more snacks, but you know, I always do that, so I don't think that really makes a difference in anything. Oh no, there's a black screen. I think a part of my video didn't really work out that well. I might have to re-render this after all. No. Okay, well, for you guys, it's probably gonna be fine because, you know, the video is still going. But for me, I'm actually currently looking at a black screen. So I did the whole rendering before recording the voiceover thing for nothing. Isn't that great? So I think it's about time that I started wrapping this up. About 4 minutes left. And I think I just want to end it saying that, you know, I'm really happy with the way that I'm feeling lately. And I wish the same for you. I really do. And this is a little, you know, a little update about my life and about how I'm feeling. But I know that some people really struggle around this time of the year because of, you know, whatever they're going through and because of the time and everything becoming darker sooner or staying darker longer and the cold temperatures. But I personally love it. It's just so nice. But I can understand that some people, like, it has the opposite effect. Even for me, it did for the first few days where I was just like, just don't really know what to feel about anything right now. Either way, I have something fun to look forward to. Like I said, I'm going to my grand next week, which is kind of crazy. Like, I haven't seen her in, I think, 15 weeks maybe? I think so. I've been home for about 2 months, I think. Maybe. But that's not 15 weeks then. Well, math was never my strongest, dude. Though I don't think it's been 15 weeks. I think it's been like 10 weeks by the time that I, could that be? I don't, you know what? I'm not even, no concept of time at the moment, okay? Nope. I'm just really happy and excited to be going, and I'm going to be flying for the first time, so that's gonna be interesting. Am I gonna be fine? Am I gonna have a panic attack? Am I gonna poop my panties? You know, you never know. You cannot predict what's gonna happen whatsoever. No. I wish I could, but I can't. Because I've never done it before. And usually when I haven't done things before, it doesn't go that well. I try to avoid it usually, but I cannot really avoid it. Then imagine I don't like it. Imagine I want to run away. Imagine my instinct kicks in. It's like, oh, let's flight. Like, flight just sets in. It's just like, I need to get out. And you're like in the middle of a plane in the air, you know. It's like, sir, you can't. Well, I'm not a sir, but you know what I mean. Can't open that door right now. We're in the middle. You're like, no, let me out. I can already see something like that happening, which doesn't really help at all. It just makes me worry more, but I think I'll be fine. I think so. It's always just a question whether or not my family will make it worse, because sometimes people really are the worst enemy. Because I don't need any of that unnecessary stress on top. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I wish you all the best holidays, and I'll see you guys hopefully in my next video soon. Bye.